first I'll start with the REST API tester. So, okay, let me put it above. And this is a URL for the REST API tester. Okay, so it's mainly like your server detail. So till here it will be your server detail, followed by if you enter BPM REST UI. So then this will open your REST API portal. Okay, I'll open the REST API portal and show you here. Okay, yeah. So this is how your REST API tester portal will looks like. So what is the use of this REST API tester? So that is what you need to understand. So this is also one of the most important portal which regularly even developer also they will use, and also in the production to perform the production support. The support team also will use this REST API tester. So example, I have some running instance in the production. So I'll just go back here. Um, Let me day 4. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so now let's consider I have one instance, which is I can say instance ID. So three something like 334. So this instance is running in the production. So what happened? It's failed. So somehow the support team they went to inspector and they checked it. So this instance got failed. Okay, so it's in a failed status. So when they identified some root cause, so they found that some detail is missing. Means example, I have a customer detail. So in the customer detail, in this instance, somehow the address detail is missing. So that is the reason this instance is failed, right? So in that case, what happens? We have to make to to complete this request. So I need to turn this instance in the active stage, right? So active status I need to change. So how we'll do that? So when I identify the root cause, I found that if I update the address detail in the variable, so in the process variables, if I update the address detail, then automatically this instance become active. Okay. So in that case, I need one API, system API, perform that, right? So I need to update the address detail. To update the address detail, I need some API which IBM has to provide me, so that if I update the detail, then that failed instance will become active. So such system API where you can see in the REST API tester. Is it clear, Jay? So just I given one example
Yes,
which
sir.
is
It's
related to
valid.
process. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So similar way, like what happened? Similar way, you have one more example. Uh, so you are integrating with some system. Okay. So you have a process called leave management, leave process you have. So in that there is a like in your company there is a portal. Okay, employees portal, EMP portal. EMP portal is there. So whenever the employee submit the request, leave request, so there should be process, right? So when employee submit the request, then backend the manager should approve the leave, right? So that is a process, right? That is a leave management process. So whenever whenever employees submit the request, at that time this process should be invoked. So invoke means, so from the BPM we have to expose one API, and we have to share with the EMP portal team, so that whenever employees submit the request, they will call the BPM process, and the from the BPM the process will be initiated, right? So here what is happening? We are exposing one service from the BPM. We are exposing a services as a REST services, and we need to share those detail with we need to share those detail with the employment portal team, right, to integrate it. So how you will get those REST API data? So URL, endpoint URL you need to get, and what is the input parameter you need to get? You need to set. So whatever BPM exposed API, you need to get that for exposed service. You need to get the detail, and that detail you need to share with the employee detail. So from where those detail you need to get it? So from the REST API portal. So from REST API portal, here you can see what and all services are exposed from the BPM. That you can pull it, and you can get the URL details and request parameter details. Those details you can share with the employee portal team. They will integrate it from their system. Okay, you are understood?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Okay. So now what happens again? There is a two types, right? So one is process level data you need to update it. So whenever you are updating a process level data, at that time these many individual APIs are available. So these many means you want to retrieve the process. Okay. So in that case, process like you created one process, you need to retrieve that process detail. You have to use this retrieve model. Similar way, you want to expose a one process, and that process need to be started by external system, right? So in that case, you will expose that process to the REST API. That process API detail you will share with external system. So how you will get it? Like this start process is the one. If you enter the BPD ID and snapshot ID, branch ID, and if you hit, then process will be started. So that here you'll be able to get what is the request body and the endpoint URL, and what will be the header and footer detail. Everything it will be visible here. That detail you can share with. Okay, and also you want to retrieve some instance detail, which is running instance detail. So in that case, so you'll put an instance ID here, and that instance ID detail will be displayed here. Okay. So it's a, for each API, these all are individual are there, right? These are the individual APIs which is used for one of the purpose, right? So we will like whenever we are implementing our process, right? I'll show you. So how these individual API will be used, and so how we can use those in the runtime. So when means like mainly these whenever we are performing support changes, right? Support activities. In that case, we can go through one by one. So it's not like everything will be used it. Only few of them we will use it. I'll show you like how we can use it when we build our application. Okay. So first, as of now, you need to understand. So anything related to process, you need to modify. Then this process API is available. And if anything related to services, so then we have a service APIs. So these are these many APIs are available. And anything which is related to task, you need to get the task detail, like who is the owner of the task, and so what is the task detail, what is the variables are means what is the data is available in the task. So all those detail you need to get it. So then this task KPI will be used. So example, you want to reassign at the runtime, right? So you have, as of now, yesterday we discussed we can reassign from the process portal, but what happens, some project they don't want to use that option. So you need to provide a custom reassignment. So in that case, we have this reassign to user, reassign to group, and reassign to me. So these APIs are available. So these API, by using these APIs, you can build your application, so, which is related to task. Similar way, we have task template. So related to task template, you can use this task template APIs. So, and also activity related. So whether activity started or enabled. So you want to get the activity details. All those you have activity APIs. Search APIs, which is example you want to search the instances. So example, you have 100 instances. Out of 100 instances, some 5 instances are belongs to some XY customer. So you want to retrieve like, oh, for XY customer, how many instances are running. So in that case, you can use the search API and you filter the data. So then all the data will be displayed. Okay, and also this related to business object. So business object also we have some of the APIs, which is we can get the business definition. So how many example, if you give the business object ID, so then business detail, like how many variables are there inside that business object, all those details you can retrieve. Okay, and organization related, again, so users related, right? I want to get the login user detail. So then user API is there. I want to get the user detail based upon the user ID. So some requirement when you are developing a application. So I want to assign a task to approvers, right? In that case, I need to get who is my approver. So if approver is there, so I need to get his detail, my manager detail, right? That person is my approver. So how you'll get this detail? So API BPM will provide these APIs, user detail, you or like get user detail. Those API will be provided inside the REST API tester, so that you can use it, and we can build our application. Okay, and related to process documentation. So these are the like how many snapshots are there in the project, how many tracks are created, so how many changes happen to the snapshot, all those detail you can use this process document APIs. Okay, and others I think we are not going to
Sir,
use
each
all yeah,
individual is an under that. Suppose, sir, can you little bit scroll up, sir?
yeah, yeah,
Suppose this business object API is there, okay. Under that,
yes,
that get definition is one API, or that
one API,
uh, one API, right? So under
one API,
whatever the items are there, these individual items are one API, right?
APIs, yes, those are
Okay, okay.
system APIs which IBM
So
has
when
provided.
okay, and whenever you need to perform any kind of organization API related stuff, you have to choose whatever as per your need you wanted to do it, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
right. It's like it's all depends upon optional. Your project might use these APIs, may not. It's all optional. But in production support, even in production as part of production support, you are not going to use all the APIs. Only few APIs you will be using it. Okay, which are major APIs? I will tell you. Okay. Then similar way, social APIs. It's actually related to uh, uh, process portal. So process portal, how many tasks are completed, this person how many task has completed, how many is pending, all those detail you can get it from this social API. And others I think we are not going to use other APIs which are related to like again uh, your system related. You can create a cross application by using this API, but we are not going to do it. We will do it everything by using workflow center only. Okay. And relationship APIs is the one of the most API. Okay. A relationship actually, this is also we are not going to use it. I don't know what is the purpose. Even till now, I didn't even use this. What is remove or update relationship? This is we are not going to use it. Okay. And even this okay, event handling API, okay, this we will use it. So this is actually send event. So we have UCS. So what UCS will do, so if you want to start that UCA, then we have this event handler API. So by using this API you can start the UCA from here. Okay, from here means you can use this API to start the UCA. Okay, you got it right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, relationship we are not going to use it. Okay. Um, so these are the BAW APIs. Okay, these are related to BAW APIs. But apart from that, we have other APIs, but we are not gonna till now with my 11 years of experience, now 12. So we are not gonna use these other APIs. Okay, which we never used in any other project. Mostly like we will be using these APIs only. So that is the reason I am not covering it. Okay, if you need, I'll cover it. But so first, as of now, we'll we'll check only these APIs. Okay, is it okay or so?
Yes, sir. I think this my most all everything is what I heard. Means, as of now in my company, I think this four API or five API is enough, sir. Means process API, service API, task API, then this
Mm.
business object API, and another one that event API you showed, right? I think everything is
Yes,
revolving around this one.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah, event, send event. So these are the things are there. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
yeah.
might use get document and set document detail. Those API also you might use. So while
Hmm.
uploading a document, some APIs will be calling, right? So that
Okay.
you might be using it. Okay, I'll build one and I'll show you. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, fine. So then next I'll move back to we will discuss practically like whenever we are building application, I'll use and I'll show you how we'll use these APIs. Okay. But as of now, you need to check. So in which section, like you how like under the process API, what and all APIs are available. That you need to check it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.